Happy Wednesday, everybody. I'm Jared Klein here with your Morning Rush. Let's get things started with the big news, those primary election results. It appears Senator Cray Deeds has narrowly survived a challenge from his own side to appear on the November ballot. With all the precincts reporting, he is ahead of Sally Hudson by just 2%. The 11th state Senate district is considered a fairly safe bet for the Democrats in the general election. It covers Albemarle County and Charlottesville, as well as Nelson and Amherst County and a portion of Louisa. You can see all the primary day results right now over on NBC29.com. In other news this morning, Albemarle County police are looking for the person they say shot and killed someone on Rio Hills Drive yesterday. It happened just after 4:30 in the afternoon. Investigators say the victim was shot by someone they knew, and based off preliminary information, it is believed to be domestic related. Police have not released the identity of the victim. They also have not provided the suspect's name or description at this time. Fallen Wintergreen police officer Chris Wagner is now home in the Shenandoah Valley. Members of the Wintergreen Police Department, Wintergreen Fire Rescue, Nelson County Sheriff's Office, and State Police escorted him from the Chief Medical Examiner's office in Richmond to Stanton yesterday. The procession ran over Afton Mountain and down Interstate 64. You can see that here. Fellow officers and first responders paid tribute, and so did others who stopped by to watch. Wagner's memorial service is set for Monday at Augusta Expo Center. It will be open to the public. After more than 30 years of service, a thrift shop in Albemarle County is closing. Schoolhouse Thrift's last day will be Saturday, July 15th. Its president says it is facing several challenges, including one of the managers planning to retire, taking in donations with very little sales, and trouble finding volunteers. And closing is the best decision at this point. Right now, all merchandise is half off. And finally, this morning on the local beat, a Charlottesville business owner is in Ukraine teaching and training soldiers how to fight in the country's war against Russia. Lance Zal is a Marine veteran, and he says his goal is to help now so future generations don't have to get involved. Zal says what he has seen pushes him to help those fighting in this war. This is also his fourth trip to Ukraine. He says his history as a Marine has helped him prepare for the harsh realities he has seen, but his work in Ukraine is something he has found to be the most fulfilling. All right, we are joined now by Jennifer to tell us about some stinky beaches.
Yeah, well, you know, today is the first day of summer. It kicks off around just before 11 o'clock this morning. A lot of people are going to the beach on summer vacation. So, you know, as of recently, sharks, you have to worry about sharks. Well, you also have to worry about rotting seaweed and dead fish, apparently. So, yeah, so as people flock to the beaches, there are reports of in Texas where thousands of dead fish washed up on the shore earlier this month, and it's because the water temperatures, if they're above 70 degrees, it's hard for fish to get oxygen. The oxygen level is low, so they've been dying. And then beachgoers in Florida dealing with rotting seaweed. I hear that smells really, really bad, and it's even hard to just swim amongst it. You kind of really can't. And so is climate change to blame? You know, yes and no. There are many factors that go into it. And then, of course, sea levels rising. Some beaches eventually, they say, will disappear. That won't happen for decades from now. But, you know, it's kind of changing. I mean, it's things that you have to kind of think about, which is, you know, I remember just as a kid, oh, we're going to the beach, and it was just, you knew you were going to have fun. But
exactly.
There are some things that you have to kind of think about and watch out for in this day and age, which is amazing. So, something to think about. Okay. Now we are totally changing gears this morning. So, are you switching out your underwear enough? So, experts say most people aren't, and that you need to do that for hygiene purposes. I guess washing them isn't good enough.
You would think, but what's the recommendation? Does it say?
It didn't really get into that, but they say that if you've had the same pair of underwear for over a year, so it's about over a year.
A year.
It's a good idea to replace them. So they have a shelf life of a year.
I think almost everybody uses them for more than a year.
Oh, heck yeah, I do. I know I do.
That's a little absurd to replace them every single year. And how do you even keep track? I had this underwear for 1 year, this one for 6 months. You know?
I know. I mean, I feel like if they're getting holes in them, it's time to throw them away.
That's your indication. But washing them, I think that's
I mean, please, everyone should wash their underwear, but I mean, evidently you should throw them away every year. It's like the pillow. Toss the pillows and the underwear.
But for some reason, I believe the pillow, but not the underwear. I feel like you can't. I mean, you can wash a pillow, but it's not really the same as just washing a pair of underwear. Yeah,
right. I don't know. I'm just telling you what the experts say.
That's what the experts say, but I don't know.
I don't know about that one either. I definitely don't do that. Okay, so this is something really cool. This is in Brisbane, Australia. This is bioluminescence. It is a phenomenon that with organisms, they emit light, luminescence.
Yeah.
And so this man, he was walking and
wow.
He
That's
started,
pretty cool.
right, and this happened, and so they're calling this kind of this avatar effect. But it's it happens. It's actually not that
Yeah, I mean the video looks edited. It looks like an like Avatar because of that bright blue, but that's so cool.
So bioluminescence.
Bioluminescence.
So that's what that is. If you ever come across it, it's not a portal to somewhere else.
And if your underwear starts turning that color, it might be time to replace it.
I would think so.
All right, thank you, Jennifer. Let's take a look at that 7-day forecast. Looks like our rain chance is sticking around, so make sure you bring that umbrella with you as you head out the door this morning. We've got a high of 70 degrees for our first day of summer, so not really feeling like summer out there. And the rain continuing until the end of the week, but things warming up as we get into the weekend with that shower chance sticking around until Sunday when we have a chance for a stray shower, and then some more storm chances as we start the new week next week. But let's just focus on today for now. Make sure you keep that rain in mind out there. It looks like it'll be more, from what David was telling us earlier on Sunrise, it'll be more frequent today. We have more of a chance of rain than we did yesterday. Thank you guys for joining us on the Morning Rush. We'll see you again on NBC29 News at noon. Of course, we're always live on NBC29.com.